I do not believe that the broader community understands that the manufacturing sector has changed, that it doesn't even look like the old manufacturing sector that paid very high wage jobs. We may be getting closer to that understanding, but they don't really understand. We need to do more with talking to parents and kids about what those jobs in manufacturing actually look like and what it requires. And for basic low-skill, low-wage jobs, you might make $9 an hour. But the old days of making $20, $25 an hour so that you could live and raise a family, they don't exist unless you have high-tech skills and mostly a college education. Well, I think our largest project in Detroit now that we are funding is called Good Schools Making the Grade. So in the city of Detroit, we have identified schools at the elementary and the middle and the high school that are really working on high achievement. And schools have to undergo a complete self-assessment, and it's a very rigorous process. They really have to look at themselves according to 9 national indicators, and then they apply to the foundation to see if they fit in one of 3 categories, either high-performing, improving, or aspiring. And then they are eligible for grants up to $100,000 that would help them to continue to be high-performing or to move from improving or aspiring to high-performing. So we've invested nearly $7 million over the past 3 years in making these grants, and we've grown to where now we have made awards to more than 200 schools in the city of Detroit. And it doesn't matter if the school is a part of Detroit Public Schools, if it's a charter school, if it's a private school or a parochial school, as long as they're able to demonstrate that they're working on high achievement. A high-performing school, you start out with 2 areas, and they're all related to student performance. So high-performing schools have to show that 75% of their students score at or above the state average on 2 areas of the MEET test. So in reading, in math, or in science, they have to, 75% or more have to be at or above that in at least 2 of those areas, and above 60% or above in the 3rd area. And then those schools have to have 90% attendance rate, because if kids don't come to school, they're not going to learn. So they have to be high performing. That's the first cut. You have to meet that standard. Then there are other things that they have to look at. They have to look at professional development. Are the teachers well trained? Is there rigor in the curriculum? Is the principal a leader? Are their parents involved? Is there community involvement? And then they rank themselves on all of those areas and submit an application to us. Well, parental involvement is very important. The schools that have really strong parental involvement and engagement, and that doesn't mean necessarily that the parents come to the school and work. There are a few parents that do that and really help, but they are the parents that support their child's education, so they provide a place for them to study. They make sure they go to bed on time. They make sure that they eat breakfast. They make sure they do their homework. They make sure that they are very connected with the teachers, so they know what's expected of them. So that really does help. Well, see, the high-performing schools, they focus on achievement. They just focus on wanting their students to do well. So they start making the connection between doing well in high school and going to college and jobs early. Here's the problem. We do our best work at the elementary level. Then you get to the middle school, there really are not enough very strong middle schools that can continue with this message. Like, you have to keep, really, there has to be rigor, that young people have to understand math and science is important, writing, reading, comprehension, all of that. And then when we got into high schools, we really only found in the city of Detroit, public, private, charter, 3 high schools that were high performing. So we don't have enough that can carry the kind of high achievement, rigorous teaching and learning. We don't have enough of that now, so that even when kids graduate from high school, they're not graduating with the skills to go on to college. They might have the grades, they might have a 3.5, a 3.8, but if they take the ACT, their scores are low, so that we are not preparing kids for college. So we do have to address that. We really have to do that. And I think that part of it is young people have not seen the connection between what they are learning in high school or middle school to the world of work.